An upcoming Power Rangers comic book centered on the franchise's third Yellow Ranger is fixing a 27-year-old mistake about the TV show that always bothered me. While most Power Rangers comics take place in their own continuity and do not interest much with the main Power Rangers chronology, they are a great opportunity to revisit the TV show through different lenses. Many of the Power Rangers comics follow the Mighty Morphin characters, but they have incorporated names from other seasons through multiverse, time travel, or stand-alone stories. As much as I enjoyed the recent Power Rangers seasons, some of my favorite stories in recent years have come from the comics. It is interesting to compare them to the TV shows, particularly regarding canon. For example, Amy Jo Johnson's Power Rangers, the Return series ignored the events of Zeo and everything else that came after MMPR Season 3, with the story featuring an alternate version of what happened to the original Power Rangers. The comics, be they from the main continuity or not, have allowed Power Rangers to revisit characters and fix mistakes from the past. Zeo Yellow Tanya will be revisited in an upcoming Power Rangers comic book. Several Power Rangers actors are working with Boom Studios. Following Amy Jo Johnson's collaboration with Boom Studios, Screen Rant exclusively revealed that several other cast members will work with the publisher in all new stories that will highlight their respective characters. The list of Power Rangers actors working with Boom Studios include Amy Jo Johnson, Walter Emmanuel Jones, David Yost, Steve Cardenas, and Nakia Burris, the last of which had been away from the franchise since Turbo. Tango, the artist who will be working with Burris on the Tanya-centered comic book, described it as a small glimpse into Tanya's future as a seasoned ranger. Tanny was introduced as a child toward the end of Mighty Morphin Season 3, during which the Power Rangers were looking for the Zeo crystals across time and space. Tanya's introduction was meant to set up her as the new Yellow Ranger leading to Power Rangers Zeo, given that Aisha's actress Karen Ashley was not going to remain on the show. Once Billy decided to retire as a Power Ranger, the remaining Zeo crystal was given to Tanya, now the Zeo Yellow Ranger. After the shift into Turbo, Tanya remained as the Yellow Ranger. Yellow Ranger Tanya never appeared in Power Rangers again after Turbo. Tanya last appeared in 1997's Passing the Torch. Cassie, Carlos, TJ, Ashley, Justin, and Alpha in Power Rangers Turbo. Tanya never appeared in another Power Rangers TV show or movie after Turbo. The character had previously appeared in Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, which remains the only TV canon Power Rangers movie. Even though the original Zeo team had become Turbo Rangers in the film, their run on this new season did not last too long. Power Rangers chose not to renew the contracts of the main cast, which is why all of the Turbo Rangers but Justin left the season midway through it. Tanya was replaced by Ashley, who would also become the in-space Yellow Ranger. I always found it disappointing that, of all the Zeo Rangers who exited the show, Tanya was the only character to not ever be revisited. Adam returned shortly after Turbo in Power Rangers in Space. He would also return years later in Once a Ranger and Once and Always. Tommy continued to be a major part of the franchise between cameos and his Dino Thunder run, whereas Kat came back more recently for Dimensions in Danger and Once and Always. Although Rocky was never a Turbo Ranger, he was from that same generation and also returned a couple of times since then. Power Rangers' new Tanya story can finally make a fan-favorite Zeo theory canon. Were Adam and Tanya supposed to be a couple? Adam and Tanya in Power Rangers. Adam and Tanya were often hanging around together in Zeo and Turbo, leading many to theorize that they were supposed to become a couple. It is unclear whether there were any concrete plans of making Adam and Tanya a couple, but they did have great chemistry and delivered some of the best interactions in Zeo and Turbo. Whereas Adam appeared 3 times after Turbo, Tanya's fate on the TV canon remains unknown. When describing her upcoming comic book, Burris teased that it will tell whatever happened to Tanya and Adam.